Hey there. Y'all, I have been in a battle for the past 3 months. And I'm not talking about a girl fight, like some hair pulling and slapping. I'm talking about really serious battle for my life where I have to have a helmet and a belt and a breastplate and special battle boots and a sword and a shield and serious battling up and armoring up every day. And I have to be grounded and surrounded in truth. That's how I have to live. Or the doubts come so quickly and I get in the pit so fast. And when you start building your life where you're grounded and surrounded by truth, and if you even start to falter on truth for 1 second, you put a message out to the tribe and just get the truth coming from other places besides yourself, you start to be especially attuned to untruths. And it becomes much easier to recognize that's not true. Is that true? I wonder if that's true. And there's an untruth that's hanging out there that I have to declare as an untruth, as much for my own restoration, faith, and peace with God as for anyone else out there. So if no one else gets anything from this, I know it's for me, for an act of obedience and to build my trust and declaration and my faith in God. But we have this idea in our world that there are certain things that you cannot get over. And I don't like the term get over, but that you cannot get through, that you cannot be restored from, that you cannot be healed from, that you cannot have peace with. And that even if you could be reconciled to God and agree with his plan for your life and trust him that deeply, that you can't take the next step and be restored. And I have to tell you, and I have to declare it for myself, that that is not true. There is nothing, no life circumstance. I don't care if it's something you chose or something that someone else chose for you, something you've been a victim of, or just a deep, deep loss that you have trouble wrapping your brain and your heart around. It is not true that you cannot get through those things, and I'm going to tell you why. If there are things that we cannot get through and we cannot be restored from and we cannot get over, whatever that thing is bigger than God. And there is nothing that is bigger than God. Only the things that we allow to be bigger than God become out of his might and out of his range. I know how hard it is to give those things up to God. Because there's part of you that says, if I surrender this to you and I go walk in peace, then it's almost like this didn't happen. And this pain is real. And it means the world to me. And I can't just go on like nothing happened. I have to wear this pain and I have to stay in this valley so that people know that this valley is real and it's a big deal. And I have to tell you, giving that and surrendering it to God, it doesn't mean that it wasn't real. And it doesn't mean that it didn't hurt. It hurt so much that it's part of why Christ went to the cross for you. There's nothing more valuable than the blood of Jesus that covers all and is victorious over all. When he said, I've overcome the world, he meant these things that we have trouble getting through, getting over, and finding peace in. And so I just have to say that I think the enemy is very happy that he's convinced us that there are things that we cannot get through and be restored from. But it is not true. In surrendering those things to God, we can find peace with all. I believe that. And I hope that if there's anyone else out there who's having trouble believing that you will join your faith with mine and that we'll all start to believe it together. Thanks, y'all. Bye.